Welcome back to another video, guys. So this is the outlook for GJ and gold for the coming week. So now on GJ, on our last video, we are anticipating price to make a retracement on GJ. So we had a support, a resistance around this zone, a daily resistance around this zone, and from here we are expecting that as soon as markets open on Monday, on Sunday, we're going to short the market back down to this zone or even down here, and we are expecting that around this zone price is going to continue bullish, and price did exactly that. So now we had a short position down here, but we were stopped out. Then price went to this resistance zone, and from this resistance zone up here, price then dropped back down, dropped to the same zone that we're expecting bullish movement from. So GJ did exactly what we were anticipating last week. And this zone, why we had this zone as a zone where price was going to continue bullish from, was because of the structure around that zone. If you go to the 2 hour time frame, so on the 2 hour time frame, we have this change of structure on the 2 hour time frame. So now looking at this structure printed around here, you can see that this was the last lower high on this structure here. This was the last lower high here. So that's why we're expecting price to um, go bullish from this zone or continue bullish from this zone. So you can see that price came to that zone here. Price came to it on 2 hour time frame, rejected off that zone here, and price bulled. So I had a position around this zone, and I had my profit around here. So now price now has now came to this resistance, rejected of it, came back now to this support down here. So now on this support, we are anticipating bullish movement back to this daily resistance zone, or these highs, or even up to these highs here. So going to daily time frame to do a top-down analysis. So on the daily time frame, you can see that this is a strong support zone. It started as a resistance, but now is a support zone. So resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, here. So rejected of this zone. This is a strong daily zone. So now price is now above that zone. Price came above this zone, the zone, came back to it, retest that zone, and rejected of it. And you can see the Thursday candle. This candle was on Thursday. So price rejected of this support zone. So now if you look at the structure very clearly, you can also see that is an inverted head and shoulder that price is printing. So this is the left shoulder, this is the head, came back. Now this is the right shoulder, and price has rejected of it. On Friday too, came back to the zone, and we still have rejection of that zone too. So now this for the daily time frame. Now coming down to the 2 hour time frame. Why are we anticipating bullish price to go bullish from this zone? Now on this strong support zone, you can see that price made a double bottom on the 2 hour time frame. So now on the 2 hour time frame, this is first here, down here, came back down, rejected of it. So here, this double bottom. So this double bottom is essentially giving us the go ahead that we can, from here we can continue bullish. So on the 30 minutes time frame, coming down to 30 minutes time frame, what we anticipate on GJ is for GJ to have a retracement. Now in 30 minutes time frame, I'm expecting price to have a retracement back down to these structure points down here, this support zone down here, or which you can also call the last lower high. So I'm expecting price to retrace back down to this zone, then from here reject it, then we'll enter those longs back up. Or price could also retrace back down to this strong daily support, and from here reject of it. Then after rejection, we enter those longs back up. So our SL should be around this 198.423 zone. So if price go below that zone, then uh that then we are wrong. So that's it for GJ. Now on GJ, price could go as far as this zone here, because this zone you can see that if you move as far as this zone here, this resistance zone, if you go to look at the left, you can see it's a strong resistance zone. Price rejected of this zone, came back to this zone, rejected of it. So it's every possibility that price is going to come to that, go bullish even up to this zone. And after the bullish, going bullish up to this zone, then we can anticipate maybe retracement from here a little bit down before price continue bullish. But for Monday, we just wait for a little bit of retracement, then we enter those longs back up to this zone. So to explain those, to explain it further on the 5 minutes time frame, so the retracement we're anticipating is this. So we're expecting price to, from here, from this zone here, retrace back down here on the 5 minutes time frame up to this zone. Then on this zone, make a double bottom, reject off it, then we enter those longs. Or like we said, reject, retrace back down to the strong support zone. From the support zone, reject off it, then we take those longs back up. So that's on GJ. Now going to gold. So on gold, last week we are anticipating price to drop to sell back down. So if we go to 30 minutes time frame, that's where we could get a more broader view. So on 30 minutes time frame, last week we are anticipating price to drop from here back down here. Now, because why? We had a strong resistance zone around this zone. So it was a break below the resistance zone, then came to back to the resistance zone and rejected of the resistance zone. So price on Monday, as soon as price opened on last week Monday, price did exactly that on gold. Price sold back down, and we had a support around this zone here, around here. So price sold back down to this strong support zone before rejecting off of it. So gold did exactly what we were expecting on it last week on Monday. But we are expecting gold to be bearish overall. But looking at the structure, markets, the structure that price is printing on daily time frame, it looks like gold is not yet, gold is not bearish. It looks as if gold is bullish, and gold is going to come back to make new highs around this zone. But from now on, I'm not too sure, because if you look at all this data, you can also call all these consolidation, because we've been around this zone for quite some time. We've been around this zone for quite some time. So that this can be a consolidation zone. And if you looked at the monthly time frame, you can see that it's a bunch of dojis, except for this month, which is this month's candlestick is going to close in 5 days time. So if this close bullish, then this is the only month that will close bullish for the past 4 months. So the past 4 months will be having doji around. So price is basically consolidating around the zone. Even on the weekly time frame too, you can see that price too is also consolidating around the zone. Look at it, oscillating around this zone. So for me, I don't have, I'm not price is not giving me a clear direction, but I'm still anticipating bearish too. But it does not mean I'm sticking to bearish. If price the structure on gold looks bullish, or price and shows me that is going to go bullish, I'm going to change my bias to bullish. For now, I'm bullish because also you can see that price, this trend line here, you can see the first touch, second touch, this is third touch. The price rejected of this third touch. So we know that the third touch on trend lines are very, very strong zone. So we know the third touch on trend lines are very, very strong zone. So price might go bullish from here, or price might also from this zone drop back down. We don't know. I don't know. But for now, what I'm expecting on GJ on gold, sorry, is now price has made a high. This is a high here. This is a high, and now this high was made on a strong resistance zone. So price rejected of this zone. You can see once, twice here rejected of this zone. You can also count these two as a rejection here. So now we are back to that zone. Rejected of it too around this zone too. So we are back to this zone now, this strong resistance zone. So this is price is at a strong resistance zone, daily resistance zone, and is at a high because this is a high. Now coming back down to the lower time frame, the 4 hour time frame. Now at this high, since this is a high, now two reasons. Since this is a high and this is a strong daily resistance zone, there's every possibility that we're going to make a retracement from that zone. So what we'll do is wait for the lower time frame to give us the go ahead, or to give us double top or any um rejection pattern on it, which price has already made. Now on the 1 hour time frame, you can see that price make a double top, made a double top. So this is it, a double top here. So this price indicating to us that it's ready to retrace. So now coming on Sunday, once market opens, I'm bearish. I'm entering short position from here back down to here. As soon as market is opening, I'm entering short position back down to here. Now going down to lower time frame like the 5 minutes, you can see that is also a break, retest and reject pattern formation. So what price is break below, came back to the zone, rejected of the zone, came back, rejected of it. So you rejected of it, break, retest and rejected of it. Sorry, break, retest, rejected of it. So now at this zone here, as soon as market is opening, we should have those shots back down to the zone. So our SL should be above here. So our SL should be around here. So that's it on gold. So once price drops back down, then we can look at the structure of price is forming. Then we'll know if price is going to continue bullish or if it's bearish. But for Monday, for Sunday or Monday, that's what I'm expecting on gold for price to go bearish from here back down here. Even last week I had longs position, some longs which I was stopped out, I was stopped out, but price came made the same move. I don't know. Last week GG and gold did the same thing. Had nice position, but I was stopped out and price came back to my TP, came back to entry and even hit my TP, the TP I had in mind. So where I was supposed to enter those longs from was here around this zone. I had those longs from this zone. So I was stopped out around here. So then price came back down, and then this was New York section. So New York section, then Jerome Powell spoke and price flew straight, and this was my anticipated take profit. So at this zone, I was anticipating price to go bullish on this zone back here. So sometimes markets could be like that. So just learn from it and move on. So that's basically my bias on gold and on GJ for the coming week. So yeah, thank you guys and bye.